Pretty nice Tuesday for most of Maine, Keith, although on the southern coast, a little cloudier than we might like.
Yeah, and of course, population-wise, it's a good part of the state. But we should be able to get these clouds out of here shortly. If you look at it, a lot of the state is clear, or at least mostly clear. But look at this band of clouds. Man, right up the corridor here from Portland up into Brunswick and into Rockland as well. It is, as you can see, working its way offshore. So we should be able to recover in the afternoon. We're in the 80s in areas where it's sunny, 70s where it's not sunny. And actually today's temperature is going to be important because we're in the running for the second warmest summer on record, second to 2020 last year. But if we don't get warm enough today, we'll end up in third. So we'll keep an eye on that. Hour by hour forecast through the rest of today does get this area of clouds offshore, which pops us into the 80s, which would get us the second warmest, by the way. And then overnight tonight, temperatures drop into the 60s and 50s. Nice night overall. I think most of tomorrow is nice. Clouds start moving in the afternoon over southern Maine from southwest to northeast. That's the leading edge of Ida, and you can start to see some of the precipitation in this model here around 10 o'clock or so on Wednesday night. Here's what's left of Ida. It's a tropical depression, obviously well inland now across central parts of Tennessee, and so there's no real center left necessarily. I mean, technically here, but this is just a heavy rainmaker at this point, and that's what we'll be watching as it moves towards us. Now, interestingly, the models still don't really agree on this. The GFS is progressive in south with this, giving us a relatively small amount of rain. The European models, what I'm showing you, is more amplified and brings us rain Thursday afternoon into Thursday night. And I tend to believe that solution more. I think there'll be a sharp cutoff between heavy rain and not much rain, but I do think that Maine will get in on that, especially along the coastline. So here's the European model. And just to give you an idea here, we're looking at 1.5 inches to 2 inches, but just offshore, 3, 4, 5 inches. So we'll have to make sure that this doesn't get inland at all on Thursday, and that's something we'll fine-tune over the next day or so and make sure it stays offshore. If it stays offshore, we've got rain, but we won't have much in the way of flooding. If it comes in, we could have some flooding. Clearing out on Friday, weekend looks fine. It remains kind of similar to what I thought yesterday, which is it's decent in the mid-70s, a little coolish, although technically only a degree or two cool for this time of the year. Mixture of sun and clouds both days, and then a chance for showers coming back on Monday. Kind of amazing, Pat, that we're in the running. We'll definitely at least be in the top 3 warmest summers on record, but man, it was all over the place getting there.
Yeah, it was June and August that made it happen.
Exactly.
Thank you, Keith.